Hey, what's going on, New York Giants fans? Just wanted to drop a quick video for you. This is not a pregame reaction. This is not a post-game reaction because we did lose to the Philadelphia Eagles on Saturday evening. This is just a video, and I wanted to kind of surmise this whole message into one topic. The media, some clowns. Kadarius Toney said it, and I know that's not our favorite person, but I have to re-emphasize the point. It's not the messenger, it's the message. The media, some clowns. All right. And the reason why I say this is because the press and the hype leading into our game against the Philadelphia Eagles was over the top. Now, what really irritated me was I saw a lot of buy-in by our fans. And I'm not talking about hope. I'm not talking about confidence. We're talking about simple math. And when I say simple math, I mean the fact that if you look at where this team came from last year with 4 wins and where we ended up this year, and the math between that last year and this year, and going into the playoffs and making it with Brian Daboll, Mike Kafka, Joe Schoen, and Wink Martindale together, the first season, the math from 4 wins last year to get into the playoffs and playing with what we had to play with was extraordinary. And if you would have said to any one of us that we would have been in the playoffs and went to the divisional round in the playoffs at the beginning of this season, everyone would think that you were on some type of hallucinogenic drug. Okay. This was an extraordinary season. Now, did I want to win against the Philadelphia Eagles? Hell yeah. Of course I did. It's a divisional rivalry. I'd like to send them home. But if we look at just what our team what is it made up of? What is it made up of? Look at the teams at this level. What do they have in common? Talent. Not just Daniel Jones, not just Saquon Barkley. They have talent all across the board on the offense and the defense. Now, we have been able to extract an extraordinary amount of results from what we have. And that's nothing to be ashamed. We should be proud of that. But the media, some clowns. And some of y'all really allowed the media to get you out of what you know about this team. Daniel Jones just started throwing the ball when we played the Vikings. I mean, really throwing the ball. I'm not talking about handing the ball off on first down, handing the ball off on second down, and then passing on third and long with a little 4-yard hitch that doesn't even make the 3rd and 7 that was required, and hoping that someone's going to break a tackle to get the additional 2 or 3 yards that you need to attain the first down. That's not what was going on. Daniel Jones started to pass on early downs, first down passing, second down passing, 3rd and short. That's where we needed to be. That just started when we played the Vikings, the first matchup. So prior to that, this offense was not productive. We were not productive. We won, but we were not productive. And so we did wonderfully for what we had. But when you start to get into the playoffs and you start to play high quality teams with high quality talent, then it starts to, our talent deficiencies begin to become emphasized. They are highlighted. So if we looked at who is in the NFC, let's just start with who won last night, the 49ers. The 49ers, even with Brock Purdy, look what they have. Deebo Samuel, all right? They have the other guy, his name escapes me right now, but you have a tight end, you have two good wide receivers, you have the running back, you have Christian McCaffrey. You just, as hitting on all cylinders. You go on the other side of the ball. They're stacked on defense as well. You got Watt on the other side of the ball. You're just as completely stacked with proven leaders. I mean, we have to keep this stuff in mind. We have to keep this in mind, that the Philadelphia Eagles, who we don't like to give anything to, is a much stacked quality team than us. We do not have what they have. We do not have A.J. Brown. We don't have Devontae Smith. We don't have that tight end Goddard, I think his name is. We don't have that. We don't have, so let me back up. I was going to go running back wise. Running back wise, we have a good running back, but at the same time, they have two good running backs and they have a better offensive line. So, and on the other side of the ball, defensively, they're very stout. We know this. The media, some clowns. How did you all get the media to convince you that we were going to go in to the next level of the playoffs with Richie James, Isaiah Hodgins, which he's done wonderfully, but still, who is the other guy? I don't even know. Did we really think that this would have been a miracle? It would have been a miracle to go into Philadelphia and pull this game off with the talent that we have on this team. And the funny thing about it is that it wasn't even about the passing game for Philly. Philly ran the ball straight down our throats. Straight. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Straight down our throats. Didn't even have a problem. 5 yards a clip, I believe it was. Maybe 6 yards a clip. Running it down our throats. Then Jalen Hurts, he decided to start running. Just have work to do, guys. We have, ladies and gentlemen, we have work to do. I mean, it's not anything to be embarrassed about. We did what we could do, but we were outmatched. And this was going to happen because we were outmatched. And the media is some clowns because you know our team. They don't know our team. Come on. I sat there and watched Good Morning Football. I didn't even mean to shout them out, but they was like the most irritating of all because before they didn't show us no love. They didn't even want to show us anything, any highlights of our games, whether we won or we lost. They might have gave us about 3 seconds, 3 seconds of, a good play by Jones or a good play by Barkley or something like that. But that's just about it. They didn't spend a whole lot of time on the Giants. The Giants is the bottom of the barrel. They ain't going nowhere. Why are we wasting our times on the Giants? That's what was going on all season. Then all of a sudden, we look like we about to get into the playoffs. Start to hear a little bit more. Then we beat Minnesota. Now, all of a sudden, we're the 07 Giants. The media some clowns. Really? Really? I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. And it wasn't just Good Morning Football. It was every place you turned, you heard about what was going to happen. But the reason why I say Good Morning Football, because yeah, people on there talk about, hey, get ready, get New York, get ready for the Super Bowl parade. What? What? What are you talking about? I like that guy. You remember the coach? He's like, playoffs? Playoffs? Hey, we got into the playoffs. The Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Are you what? We just blessed to be in the position that we're in. We just blessed to be here, bruh. We playing with house money. We're not supposed to be here, but we are. And we played the best that we know how to play. But you go up against a team with the talent of a Philadelphia Eagles or the San Francisco 49ers, or dare I say the Dallas Cowboys, even though they lost last night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Whew. It's a lot quieter today because the Cowboys lost. Thank you, football gods. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We were outmatched. The Cowboys have a better roster talent-wise than we do. The Philadelphia Eagles have a better talent roster than we do. The San Francisco 49ers have a better roster of talent than we do. We cannot compete with the talent level on these teams right now. And Isaiah Hodgins, I see a place for him in the future, but we need to go out there and get some talent. We need a wide receiver 1 and a wide receiver 2, because in my estimation, Hodgins is a wide receiver 3. And you know what? That gets him on the field. And that's cool. I want him on the field. That gets him on the field. But that's not who I want to put. I'm sorry. That's not who I want to. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Those are wide receivers 1 and 1A. That's what you really want. That's what you really want. Cincinnati Bengals have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. 1A, 2. I mean, we have to look at what we have. We cannot get caught up in the hype. The media, some clowns. Every individual on that morning football show was hyping the Giants up to the highest. Huge segments about the New York Football Giants. Are you watching our team? Oh, I think the Giants, they're peaking right at the right time, and they have momentum, and they got a quarterback there that's played exceptional in Daniel Jones and Barkley running a rock. And we know all of this as Giants fans. But you know your team better than these clowns. Come on, think. We are outmatched. We are playing with house money. We shouldn't even be here. They didn't think we was going to be here. No one thought we was going to be here. Now, all of a sudden, we're the 07 Giants. All of a sudden, we're going to overlook the talent deficiencies that we have on both sides of the ball. Mind you, we haven't even gotten to the defense and how we don't have any linebackers to fill in those gaps. They were running through us. Swiss cheese. The media, some clowns. But you a New York Giants fan, you know your team. What did you think was going to happen? Did I want to win? Yes. Was I hopeful? Yes. Did I expect it? No. I have a friend of mine, really close. He's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. He asked me, where are we watching the game? I said, not driving all the way to your house for you guys to blow us out. He started laughing. Okay, then. Your house, then. Yes, my house. I was not delusional about where we are as a team. I was happy to be where we were. I was happy when we made the playoffs. I was ecstatic when we beat the Minnesota Vikings. But the elephant in the room has always been the talent deficiencies on this team on both sides of the ball. The rest of these teams that are now playing in these rounds are a more complete football team. We have to admit that. That is not anything that we need to be ashamed of. This is the first season of a new head coach and a new GM. We have nothing to be ashamed about. All right, look. From now on, and this is why this channel is called a New York Giants eye test. Please, please believe your eyes. There's nothing wrong with confidence. There's nothing wrong with hope. There's nothing wrong with feeling good about your team. We should, but let's keep it raw and uncut. There's some guys I follow, some YouTubers I follow. I was disappointed when no one said the fact that we were grossly outmatched in the talent department on both sides of the ball against our opponents. And just because we've done and been able to manage this situation to a certain extent, that somehow the media is some clowns. And some of you all out there allow this hype, this BS hype, because you should know by now the media just builds you up to tear you down. They wasn't building the New York Giants football team up because they loved us. They wasn't building us up for that. They was building us up to tear us down. Did you hear this morning? This Monday morning. Did you hear them? Huh? This is the same people who praised us, tore us to pieces. And rightfully so. We deserve it. But we didn't get any of the, well, I mean, they started off the segment by showing their past comments, which I applaud because they didn't shy away from the embarrassment of what they were saying and what they were doing. And I appreciate that. That's complete transparency. That is complete transparency. And I appreciate that. But the media is some clowns. They're not the only ones. If you did the circuit around the football media, you would have seen the same thing about how we were this and we were that. But you know our team. How did you allow these individuals to build you up to somehow think that this was not an uphill battle? It was the same doggone uphill battle that it was when we played the Vikings. We beat the Vikings, but it was still a mountain to climb. We have to keep things in perspective. That's why this channel is the New York Giants eye test, because you have to believe your eyes, not what you hear, not the hype, not all of that. You have to believe it. Now, you get more clicks and you get more views, and all of that is great for your channel or your segment. That's fantastic, and kudos to you, but we have to keep it real. We were outgunned. We should not have been where we were, but we were there, and we enjoyed being there, and we saw the possibilities, but we were outmatched. The media, some clowns. Don't let the media, whose job is to boost up ratings, don't let them tell you about your very own team, who you watch, bleed and sweat for, cry about and celebrate I don't want to say every minute of every day. All right. I don't want to say that. I don't want to go to the extreme, but that's how I am. All right. So I can only speak for myself. Right. So maybe not every minute, every day, but very often throughout the day, you think about the New York Football Giants. I do. That's me. That's how I am. And so no one's going to tell me about our team. Like, I'm in debates on Giants forums about our team. And I'm realistic. So I'm not about to overhype the situation. There's a lot of recency bias associated with football. There's a lot of recency bias associated with football. Some people call it momentum. Momentum is a real thing. We understand that. But recency bias is a decision based on a very small and most recent sample size. It does not fully encompass a larger scope. For you, it's just like making this decision on Daniel Jones. I said I was going to make the decision on Daniel Jones after the season. So when he wasn't doing too well before, I didn't have an opinion. I said, well, kind of leaning towards not keeping him. Then he started doing a little bit better. And I was like, oh, you know what? I start to see some glimmer. All right. Well, let's just see. And so I'm not going to throw no shade on this past loss. Interception, I don't even care about the interception. Bottom line is Daniel Jones don't have enough weapons to throw the ball to. Whether you keep him, whether you let him go, what? Keep him, I would say. That way you can go out there and you can draft talent to put around him. But I'm not paying him $40 million a year. And see, here's the thing. So when he started doing well, everybody's like, pay the man. If he won 40, 45 million, pay him. Our contract, $200 million, pay him. What? What are you mental? Did you forget that last year people was trying to show this man to the door? The year before, people were opening the door, please leave. Now all of a sudden, you see potential, but you want to reward potential so exponentially that you want to keep this team in shackles and chains for years to come. Daniel Jones still needs evaluation. So what's my take now? We already played our final game. What's my take now? My final take is simple. Keep Daniel Jones. Keep Daniel Jones on a reasonable contract. $30 million tops, 31 tops, no more than that. Keep him and draft and make offseason moves to build around him. He needs talent. He needs real talent. He doesn't need practice squad players. He doesn't need bench players. He doesn't need, again, players that could not start on other teams. And this is what we've been doing for years. It's only a handful of our drafts, draft picks, free agents that we pick up off the heap, trash heap, that they can't start on another team. So, we'll come to the Giants. Enough of that. This is a new era, new times. We need to fix this. We need to have teams. We need to have players that other teams, they covet. They like, damn, I wish I had that guy. Like, I look at A.J. Brown when they made that trade. I'm like, golly, that dude's a beast. And he proved it. It's just like the trade that the Dallas Cowboys made for Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper came in from the Raiders. And I was like, oh, my goodness. And man, did he ever do it. And I saw it. As soon as they made the trade, I said, oh, my gosh. How do we not see that one? Why do we get this one? The trade they made for T.Y. Hilton, still the same thing. Still, oh, my goodness, I can't believe it. Like, he was out there, just sitting there. But we didn't do it. We didn't pull the trigger. We didn't have any money, right? We didn't have any money, right? Right. Vet minimum for T.Y. Hilton. I don't see what the problem would have been. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I already been on too long. Just the media, some clowns. Stop letting other people tell you about your team. You know what you see. Keep it realistic. Like, subscribe to this channel where I keep it raw and uncut all the time. I keep it, if you need a reality check, maybe that should have been the name of this channel, Reality Check TV, because if you need a reality check, I'm it. I am just as big of a New York Football Giants fan as the biggest fan out there. Fanatical. But I keep it real. You have to maintain an air of being humble, of being realistic, of having a general understanding of not only football, but what we have on our team. Our team. It's us against the world. what the mantra was this weekend was our way. Well, yes, our way. We have to do things our way. And so the media, some clowns. Stop listening to the media. Stop listening to the media. Stop listening to the media. All right. So look, we're coming up with the off season. It don't really matter. I'm still going to be dropping videos. I'm still going to be keeping it real. We're going to go through. We're going to look at some prospects. We're going to listen to see what's going on in the universe. Nothing is going to stop, but I'm going to keep it real all the time. The New York Giants eye test. And when I go over these free agents and these prospects and these draft prospects, whatever, it's about the New York Giants eye test. Does this guy fit with us? Could he make a difference? Does he have real talent? Is it all hype? Is it all hype? We need to maintain realistic expectations. All right. So, New York Giants eye test. Please like, subscribe, please watch. I appreciate you. And we will continue this journey together. Peace.